Which case hit from these products is going to be the easiest to pull? Let's figure that out in today's video. You wouldn't believe how many times I hear somebody say that I don't want to grade a card because it's too expensive. Well, I have a perfect way that you can grade a card with PSA for cheap, and that is to use my code WAYNE25 at checkout. That'll get you a free $25 off your first submission. There's also a link in the description that'll take you exactly where you need to go to get that submission started. But now let's get into the video. So I have all 4 of these blaster box out. We've got Absolute, there's Phoenix, Donruss, and Select. So all 4 of these products have a case hit chase in them, and those cards go for a pretty good amount. We've got Kaboom / Explosives in Absolute. You've got Color Blasts in Phoenix, Downtowns in Donruss, and Zebras in Select. So these are some of the most desirable case hits that you can pull from retail products. And then there's also other versions of the cards in Hobby, like you have numbered Kabooms from Hobby boxes. But today we're focusing on stuff that you can pull from retail boxes. So, and actually I have the new Target blaster box, which I'll talk about my experience for all of these products, the hit rates of the different case hits, and we'll go ahead and get started with Donruss here. And if you guys were not aware, there is one loaded pack in the new Target blasters. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up all of the base packs, and while I'm doing so, let me tell you guys about this month's giveaway. So I'm giving away 5 cents per new subscriber that I gain this month. I'm going to go ahead and pop up on the screen how much money we're at. I'm giving away that money in the form of credits to my website, shopwaynecollection.com. And all you have to do to enter that giveaway is leave a like, comment, and be subscribed. I will be picking the winner. Actually, I'll have multiple winners. I'll split up the credits between multiple people. I'll announce the winner at the end of the month. But here we go. We have our first insert. It's going to be a Zayflowers Galaxy of Stars. That's pretty cool. So again, these are just all base packs except that one insert. You can pull autos from here actually. But last pack here, and then we'll get into the loaded pack, which we need to talk about Donruss and the hit rates for Downtowns. So I've really only had luck with 2024 Donruss from these loaded pack boxes. I've pulled 2 Downtowns from them out of like 20 boxes. So that's about like a 10% hit rate of a Downtown for me personally. It could be different for other people, but I've had some pretty good luck with these. So let's see. Doesn't look like we have a Downtown in this one, but let's check out what rookies we've got. We got Bo Nix. There's Malik Neighbors. I do really like the loaded pack boxes. They're a lot of fun. We've got Matthew Stafford. There's Raheem Mostert. And we have Ladd McConkey. Okay, so that wasn't the best Donruss blaster box. But if you are looking to try and pull a Downtown from Donruss, I feel like the loaded pack boxes are definitely the way to go. I think they have way better cards, like the optic previews as well. I've pulled a lot of those. Now let's get into Select. So Select is going to be the product that I've opened a lot of. Actually, Phoenix I opened the most out of all 4 of these. But next up is going to be Select. So I've opened up probably like 40 boxes, including boxes that I've opened up in breaks, and we've hit like 6 Zebras. So that is a very good chance at hitting Zebras in here. I've personally pulled like 4 this year. I feel like they've been popping out a lot more than a lot of these other case hits / short prints. There's Fuaga, and we have Xavier Legette. And honestly, it's one of my favorites as well. They seem to be, well, here's the thing about them. Every single player in the checklist is going to have a Zebra, so it's very difficult to hit the right players on them. So with them popping up more, they are still pretty rare. There's Michael Penix Jr. on the shock. We take that. And Select overall has great value, so even if you don't hit a Zebra, you're going to get something pretty decent. So that's also what I like about it as well. There's Derrick Henry and Michael Penix. So let's see. Oh, okay. That's a tie-dye auto. Okay, this is the first, like, actually pretty decent card that I've hit from here. Is that going to be Malik Willis? It could be Malik Willis or Jaden Reed. Or Dontavion Wicks. Tie-dye autograph, 25 out of 25. Wow, I never actually thought I would pull a tie-dye from a Select blaster. That's the first tie-dye I've pulled from Select, I think, ever. That is pretty sick. Not the greatest player that you could possibly pull, but I mean, that's a good example of just other cool stuff that you can pull from Select besides Zebras. There's Brock Bowers and Herbert. Okay, so Select, definitely way better value than Donruss. You pretty much have to hit a downtown from Donruss, although you can hit like $10 to $20 Zebras. So that's kind of the downside of the Select Zebras, but still, they're super sick. All right, so now Absolute. I haven't opened up much Absolute, maybe like 20 boxes. I've pulled one explosive, and it was also in a break. So haven't pulled an explosive for me personally from one of these blasters. There's Jaden Daniels and Bucky, which it is very, very difficult to pull those. But hopefully we can change that today. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the design of Absolute this year. So, you know, it's really like Kaboom or Explosive or nothing. You can still get some rookies, though. Which there's our green parallel. We have Joe Milton. Okay, we take that. There's Lassiter and Cole Bishop. Now, Phoenix, I can't wait to get to that one and tell you guys about my experience with Phoenix. It has been pretty crazy. I'll explain that in just a second. There's Brock Purdy. On the insert, we've got Drake May, Trey Benson, and Jared Verse. So, you know, some decent rookies coming out of here. But again, I mean, they're just not, like, it's really not that interesting. You pretty much got to get that Kaboom or Explosive. There's Malachi Corley, and sometimes the explosive that you can pull from here aren't going to be worth a whole lot. All right, so last pack for Absolute. Like I said, it is extremely hard to pull those case hits from this product. There's Michael Penix Jr. We'll take another one of the decent QBs. And yeah, so nothing much in there. Go ahead and put those to the side. Now for Phoenix. So this is a regular blaster box. I've opened up 5 cases plus of the hobby version of this product. The hobby blasters, which you can pull color blasts from there. You can also pull color blasts from here. And I did not hit a single color blast. So they are extremely hard to hit. Color blasts and kabooms are probably the hardest case hits to pull from retail. It's pretty crazy. So let's go ahead. Let's test our luck today. And I love Phoenix. I love the design this year. It is just a very rough blaster box to open because you get like 1 rookie per pack and you don't get a ton of parallels from the blaster box. So, I mean, you can always get lucky, pull something nice. Like we do have our purple fade here. It's going to be Braden Fisk. That is not numbered, but a decent player to get. And you can pull autos from here as well. I've pulled a black laser auto, which those are pretty cool actually. We've got Brian Burns, and then there's Tip Raymond. So another non-numbered parallel from Phoenix. You're going to get 3 parallels, so we still have 1 more. So you have a very good shot at getting 3 all base packs in your box. So there's our second all base pack, and I would assume we probably have a parallel here or a parallel there, and yeah, so 3 all base packs from Phoenix. Pretty rough. All right, last pack. I doubt we see a color blast. Okay, we do have contours, and we were actually shorted a parallel. Okay. It's going to be Ricky Pearsall, and we have Ladd McConkey. All right, so at least we're ending it off on a nice contours. But there you guys go. No case hits today. We did hit that tie-dye auto, which is pretty sick. I would say it is the easiest to pull zebras and downtowns. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Which ones have you guys pulled? Thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to be entered into that giveaway. And I'll see you in the next one.